Alright. Just want to show you guys, I don't know if I posted it, but I'm pretty sure I did a video of it. Actually, I don't know if I posted it, but this is my Smith&Wesson Extreme Ops Tactical Tanto blade. And these are the handle scales that come with it. 1 second. Let me see if they'll separate a little bit. So you can see that. They have 3 Torx screws holding them together. Like, I think they're called Chicago screws or something like that. But, yeah, they just have a Torx bit. Let me see which one I was using. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, where did I put that Torx screw bit? Oh, here it is. Alright, let me see what number this is. Here, let me look off camera. This thing, according to this, it's a VT8, which I'm pretty sure in this set the number after the VT is the size of it. So I'm saying that that's an 8 Torx bit. My camera doesn't focus, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot, I have a crappy camera that won't focus. But yeah, so this is my knife though, and as you can see I put my own handle on it. And the only reason I did this is because I wanted to see if I could do what I did. And if you watch any of Cutlery Lover's videos, which I'm probably going to post this as a video response to Cutlery Lover's video, he did a video on the EOD breacher bar and then the handle that he likes to put on it. And it had this pattern, but only on one side. The other side was just flat. So I found a way to do it on both sides. And I mean, if like I didn't do it on camera because I don't have a tripod, but I'm probably going to be getting one soon once I sell a couple things that I'm trying to sell. In fact, if anybody's trying to buy a longboard, that one right there, that arbor with the bamboo deck top, I'm trying to sell that thing. I'll sell it for about $100 for the whole thing, all the nice stuff. This nice board. I just don't use it anymore. I don't know why. Like, it was a really good board, and I liked it when I first got it, but I just don't use it. So yeah, I'm selling that. It's already up on Craigslist, so if anybody else wants it, just send me a private message or something, and we'll see if we can arrange something. Like I said, it's $100. I might probably barter a little bit around just because I mean, I don't use it, so I don't need over like a ridiculous amount of money for it. Anyways, but yeah, now I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? What did I need money for? Oh yeah, getting a tripod for my camera. But anyways, so yeah, once I get that, I'll probably do a video of how I did this. Because I mean, I didn't look for any, but I've never seen any paracord videos where they do this pattern on both sides. All I know is I like it because it gives you a lot of grip, or it feels like you have a lot of grip. And you can see that in the front, the paracord's thicker. Partially I did that because I had some extra paracord. I still ended up having to cut it because I still have a lot of paracord left. Probably about 5-6 feet almost. About 5 feet actually, is what it is. And I didn't want to just keep wrapping around the front, so I only wrapped like a little bit just to give it kind of more of a grip and almost like a thumb ramp. The thumb ramp didn't really work that well as I thought it, or the paracord thumb ramp anyways didn't work as good as I thought it would. Definitely doesn't work as good as the actual thumb ramp that's on there. It's got serrations on it like this, these really big serrations that are fairly precise, so they're sharp, and they let you get good grip. But with this handle and the guard sticking out the sides and how it comes down like this, I highly doubt that if you were doing a thrust cut or a stab, that it would, your hands would slip onto the blade. Especially if you're holding it like this, because you have that extra amount of pommel. In fact, you can even grab a lot farther back, just if you were stabbing. I like this paracord. I mean, I just like the way it looks, especially if you're looking at it from the top. I just think that looks really cool. I didn't even check this. One second, let me take a quick look at it off camera. I didn't skip up on any of them. Yeah, what I was talking about was sometimes I'll accidentally have like two of, like you can see how it goes under the cord this time and over the cord and then under and then over. Sometimes I'll accidentally go over twice or under twice, but it didn't happen on this one. I did a good job. Normally I end up messing it up. I was paying good attention this time. And then I had this extra little bit of paracord coming through right here. So I just, it was coming out this side, so I just wrapped it around one of those serrations and popped it back through. So it's just kind of a smooth look. It doesn't look, it looks almost as if this is how it was made, just because there's nothing extra sticking out really, like there's no extra paracord sticking off. Like some people say that, like, why didn't you just put a lanyard on it? Like, or some people would probably, I've had people tell me that before when I've been showing people my knife. They're like, yeah, check out this handle. Like, why didn't you put a lanyard? I'm like, on a knife this big, you don't need a lanyard. Now, maybe if it was this knife, yeah, maybe a lanyard might be nice. Just because it's so small. I mean, if you were doing a cutting task. In fact, I need to sharpen this knife if I can get it out. There we go. Like, I mean, since it's such a small knife, to get good control, I mean, like, you can definitely control it like this, but it feels more comfortable if you have those two extra fingers on there. Because right now, with this knife, you're going to want to give yourself just a little bit of space because this blade is really, really sharp. So, I mean, I like to give myself just a little bit. But then I have only two fingers on the grip. I mean, I could fit three, but then the fat of my finger is touching the blade, and I don't want that. So really, I get a two-fingered grip on this. If I put a lanyard on there, I could get a four-finger grip. So I'm probably going to do that after I'm done with this video, after I'm done blabbing at you guys. But yeah. So this knife doesn't really need a lanyard, and there's definitely a lot of paracord. If I had this thing out in the woods with me or something, and I needed paracord, I'm probably going to find a way. I wish this one had the pocket. My friend's knife, it came with a pocket on the front, and I would just put my handle scales in it. I might make a pocket out of some nylon or just some random cloth just to fit on the front of it for carrying stuff like this. Might carry my little sharpener in there too. That'd be helpful. But the reason that I would carry these is that in the woods I could then use the paracord for something else if I was needing to survive. It's just a weird concept. I was just thinking of, like, what would I use paracord for? I mean, there's a lot of things I could. I mean, you see all this stuff, like, you can use the paracord. I mean, I know you can use it as a bowstring. That'd probably be a nice thing to have. You could use it to lash a spear. You could use it for, what was the other thing that I was thinking of just a second ago? Fishing line. You can use the innards for fishing line. But really, I probably wouldn't do any of that. Maybe the spear. That'd probably be the only thing I would do, would be the spear. Possibly the fishing line, depending on where I am. Making a bow and arrow, probably not. Unless I was seeing a lot of, like, a ton of small game all over the place. Sorry about that. Hit the camera. I mean, if there was, like, squirrels, like, walking up within 20 feet of me all the time, then I'd probably make a bow and arrow and start hitting them. But also, like, if I was going to be going out in the woods at all, I'd also have this machete with me. So, as it comes, then once I get back to the spear thing, yeah, I can throw a spear, but I can throw this machete just like a spear. It balances very well right in the middle, or not the middle, but about right there. And then I could just throw it, I mean, I've thrown this thing like a spear, and it sticks into trees and everything. If you were to hit a small animal with this thing, it might even cut him in half. Such a beefy blade. It's really, really thin, too. It's thin, but it's really wide. I mean, if this thing had like a conventional grind, like an actual knife grind on it, it seemed to be a razor blade. But you also got to note that it is a machete. It's nice and springy. It's a nice spring steel. I have no idea what kind. It was just made out of a spare strap of steel off of some kind of a strapping machine. The store owner, my stepdad, he had taken this piece off there, and he's like, you know what, this would be an awesome piece of steel for a machete. And so he ground it up, made it so that it would look like a machete, so he wouldn't use it for anything else. And it sat in the bottom of his toolbox for like 14 years. Then I came along and finished the job and made a nice little machete out of it with the help of one of my friends. So yeah, it's definitely a nice little machete. It'll get the job done. I've used it a lot, actually. It doesn't rust that bad, honestly. Sorry, I was trying to think of what I was trying to say. It doesn't rust very bad for being what it is, except in the parts where it's like really bare. I was trying to drill a lanyard hole for it for some reason. I don't know why. I was really into lanyards at the time, but I couldn't get the hole. I couldn't drill it. This is really strong stuff. It's really flexible, though. I mean, as you can see, just the weight of it is bending it right there. And one of my other favorite things about this machete is when you're chopping with it, when you hit off small sticks, it makes a pinging sound. It's really cool. It's like, ting. But, yeah. So that, I mean, just having that with me illuminates basically the spear. The bow, once again, is I would only do if there was critters running around all around me. Critters sound like a redneck. I mean, what? Yeah, so the bow, probably not. The fish gun is probably the only thing I would do, and that'd only be if I was near a lake or a stream that's bountiful of fish. So, I don't know. I just have a weird thing with paracord, seeming as if I have no use for it, other than making throwing weapons actually out of sharpened sticks. There still is a lot of really cool uses for it. It's definitely a fun thing to make stuff with paracord, but I just don't use it that often. But anyways, this is a really long, drawn-out video. It's supposed to just be on this handle. If a lot of people are interested in how I did this and want a how-to video, just send me a message or comment on this video, and I will try to get that to you. Thanks for your patience, definitely, for watching this for 13 minutes if you did finish it. And, yeah, just thanks for watching in general. Really appreciate it. See you guys later. I'm out.